I'm alive. Good morning, good afternoon, now. Well, in 5 minutes. And good evening to all y'all out there, whoever you are and wherever you are. I am your very humble host, David Null, also known as Hawk Feathers. I am greet you with the love and the honor of the infinite creator. And each and every day that I'm allowed to, I continue to pray that each and every one of you will continue to learn how to accept and receive the knowledge, the healing, and the wisdom from the universe. Period. Well, there's more to that, but in hey, Chloe, I'm kind of wound up with nothing to do. I can't walk around, you know, which is right now is a really good thing. It's a beautiful spring day outside. The gratitude and grace that I feel after two surgeries, but not one, and all of the events that have happened. It's my computer, it's my channel. I can do what I want. I don't mean to be rude, but it's like I'm so I know there are other people this time. I'm interfere. I don't care. I just wanted to get on here and record this while I'm doing it because I can feel the healing. Now, and anybody else that might pick, if they ever watch the beginning of this video, and I'll say this again over the next few days, probably months. Believe, 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 believe. And since you're the only one here, not that it matters. I can't remember what I said yesterday, but in talking with a couple of my friends, I didn't call my sister yesterday. Oh my God. Well, I got three sisters and four brothers, so uh, but and I got happily stoned. Oh my God. Just being just doing that helped with some of my body pains, and I feel like I have been beat up. And I don't I've been beat up before, but not like this. I got bruises in places I didn't even. But I was the visiting nurse was here. God bless him. She was on time, that neck within 20 hours of me being home. And that was one of my little tidbitty things I was worried about. I'm going home by myself and what's going to happen? And oh, well, visiting nurses, well, after my heart attack, it took them a week to schedule stuff. She was here today and a very nice, attractive young, beautiful eyes. Nice. I don't know her name, but very polite. My house is a mess. Duggar found every shoe in my house. Okay. There were shoes that were tucked under the couch that, I only wear them on occasions. There were shoes in the bathroom, sort of high top and it just different style, over here so I could reach them, put them on. My connection is unstable. Am I jumping? They did do this to me yesterday. What? My face is froze? Oh, it says it's back. Hey, Michelle. How you? Well, good to see you too. Um, but Duggar had pulled out every. There were shoes I forgot I had because they were tucked under this little table over here. I remembered them. I was like, but I hadn't worn them in a while. There was, There were things living in the shoes. They'd been under there, God forbid, and dusty. And he had every single shoe that he could find downstairs on the bed and all the bedclothes and stuff. Because I was like, where's the sheets? Where's the. Uh, he had everything that was on the couch bed over here on the floor, all the stuff on the floor up on the couch. But he'd been here for almost 10 days by himself. God love him. But the neighbors took turns, and um, in talking with Ricky and Sheila. Sheila's been on our chat room before, and she says hi, y'all. By the way, but she's a mother hen that's not at here, but she's nearby. Um, versus my other. I mean this with the most love and caring. My other mother hens are much further away. No, I won't say maybe that's a good thing. No, no, no. But my dear friend Rhonda, the oldest of the group, I told her, I said, I know there's some things in my refrigerator that have gone bad because they were starting to go before I went in, but I did not expect to be there under the circumstances like this. So she said, well, I cleaned out your refrigerator. Okay. They left. Later on, I got hungry. I'm like, I want a snack. And I got to try to walk. I hobble into into the kitchen. I opened up the refrigerator. She cleaned my refrigerator out of everything but drinks. Everything. The whole shelf. There are no mayonnaise. There's nothing in my refrigerator. Anyway, I'm going to have to start over. So, my good friend Rob, who has taken care of Duggar right now, and to kind of finish up a little bit on the Hey Witchmoon, to finish up a little bit with the Duggar thing, he took Duggar over to his house with it. He's got 3 kids, and I was like, "Well, that's great. Bring him home." And he goes, "No." Well, bring him up. No. He goes, "I took him to our house." Now, see, he took care of his grandmother, elderly grandmother, who was a nurse at the anyway. And he said when they'd had a pet years before hers, and he said when she tried to walk with her walker, it just kept running around her feet, and it tangled her up. And I went, oh. And he said, I figured that we'd keep Duggar a couple more days until you could get around in here, because he's going to be happy. He's going to want to jump on me. And you're right. Maybe I need another day. As much as I want to see his happy little mugger Duggar face, and give him a pet and a hug. Maybe that's one of those things, one of those little tidbits you don't think about, and that maybe a happy dog to see you when you're trying to walk straight from the hospital is not a good thing. As bad as you want to see him. So there are so many layers of lessons in this last 10 days. And I've been looking at stuff, and the reason for the title of this is 24 hours later. 24 hours later, a lot of this stuff, I didn't have a clue. I didn't know about the nurses. I didn't know about this. All I knew is they wanted me to go home. And me too. But the fact, and I talked with my good, I know I said something about this yesterday. My good friends down in Tallahassee, Christine, who is used to be an attorney or a lawyer, I get them mixed up, for the state of Florida with Medicare. She had an MRI yesterday, and I had not been able to call them. So I called them. I'm home. I'm safe. I love you. And in our conversation with John, I said, do you have your results yet from the MRI? And he goes, well, they got to develop it and it's got to go to, and then went, not anymore. And I told him about how they took my picture. They took an x-ray in my room. The dang thing was 10 feet away from me. Click, flip the thing around, and I could see it. In the old days, I'm when I had my leg broken and everything in '67, I think. They had to slide you to this big table. There was nothing portable. Huge steel tables and great big film boxes. They had to slide under you. They had to scoot you in the right place. She aimed this thing at me. It looked like a transformer in my room. Went click, click. The picture was took. It was developed, flipped around, and I could view it just like you could do on a digital camera, except it was on a mechanical arm that zoomed over me. My grandma and folks back in the day, if some of this happened to them, would flip out. People who have grown up in this era with MRIs and CT scans, this is Star Wars technology to a 70-year-old man who's had a crap load of x-rays taken in when my especially in my younger years. I have x-rays of when they did my neck surgery in the 80s. But this flipping a switch and having a digital image of your innards in your chest, they barely had airplanes. They didn't have jets or, you know. So, and before my grandma died all those years ago, love it, Granny. But so technology, good or bad, some of this stuff is, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Is all of it great and the great AI and all that? I quit worrying about it. I'm serious. Oh, AI is going to eat us. That machine can't work without somebody that came in. It unfolded like a transformer. I ain't lying. The arm came out and it swiveled. It can't work without it being plugged in. It can't work without an operator. Oh, AI, oh, AI. Okay, the lights go out one time, everything resets. It ain't going to, that machine was not going to eat me. It might have wanted to. Hang on. Hello?
Yo, David, how you doing?
I'm busy. I'll talk to you later.
All right, take care.
Bye. He has blowed my phone up. Literally blowed my phone up. Great guy, but he's blowed my phone up. But anyway, so AI is going to take over. We're all going to be ruled by robots. Oh, shut up. There are too many of us to unplug the damn things. Their batteries don't last forever. Ask Tesla. Ask these people who are buying all these EVs that can't get the mileage. But anyway, uh, some people are worrying about the wrong damn things. I'm telling you. Now let me get off of that. I want to stick with the healing part of this. I started this video partially because I'm bored and I can't walk around. I can't walk around. That's one thing I'm going to assure you, all dear friends. I agreed to one of these surgeries ahead of time, planned it out. It all came out just right. I did not, however, agree to that second son bitch. No, 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 no. I wasn't going to overdo it after the first one. Do you out there think I'm going to mess this up? No, 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 no. Now, with that said, the the last person to dress my wound was the nurse who dressed my wound after the first incision, and it's 9 inches long. I was sort of guessing by the picture. We measured it last night. It really is. The incision really is 9 inches long. I'm like, holy crap, that was just a guess. But anyway, uh, the person who put the bandage on after the number one, I got to get my brain back on. I've had my meds and anyway. Oh, what time is it? It's too early for a 20, but I'm going to do it anyway. Y'all want to join me? Um, but that she said, Mr. Null, as she's peeling the bandage down, looking at it to put my new dressing on, I have a 3-day dressing on at the moment that has drained. She takes a picture and shows it to you. The visiting nurse did. Here it is, Mr. Null. I know you can't see it, but here it is. It looks good. Now, don't get me wrong, but I'm still leaking. Better out than in. Um, so, but when she peeled it back, her and I had achieved a certain rapport. A great lady. More about her later and her husband. Black women, just more later on that subject without using her name. Okay. But, and she knows I have a website. And if she ever comes, hi. um, but having done theater all those years, it was almost, as a director, I would have said, you want to make an impact with somebody, you would do this and you put your hand here and you would do this. So I saw it as a director because all I could do was see her out of the corner of my eye, but I could see the situation from above, if that makes any sense. So I saw it through her eyes. And so she peels it down, and I could hear the amazement in her voice. She said, I can't believe it looks this good. And you've been cut twice. And she put her hand on this shoulder, her right hand on this shoulder, and looked around and said, it looks wonderful, Mr. No. I can't believe it. So that's the setup for the healing. Do I believe that healing can exist? I'm living proof, but through her eyes. And after the nurse was here and took the picture, they said she was right on time. Uh, I can't say thank you enough. I just expected check on me once a day, make sure I got some stuff, I'll be okay. I never asked for it to be this precise. I guess maybe I'm kind of flexible here. But the fact that the first time after the first surgery, nothing lined up. Nothing in the universe was lined. Nothing. Yesterday, for me, for whatever reason, and God forbid, I got friends of mine I've talked to who had a really bad day yesterday. Some of them have had a pretty bad start today. God bless you all out there. But for me, for whatever reason, and my reason is y'all, my reason are the prayers that have been coming my way. It's the reason I'm doing this video right now. I can feel the healing. But in all of this and talking with my buddy John down there, I was like, because they've known me a long time, Christine gave me the animal cards that I use to do y'all's reading. That's our connection. Long time, very deep. And so, with that deep connection, and I was trying to figure out, it's been like 30 years we've known each other at least. It's been 30 years since I've known his wife. I've known John longer because his property used to butt up right. He said, "Remember, we used to have party lines back in the day in our neighborhood, and you have Wi-Fi, So, but anyway, yeah, 40 years is a long time. And the changes and that we have seen. And I forgot I didn't forget he lived over here, but I forgot how long ago it was that he lived over here. But anyway, so synchronicities over a 40-year time span, a 30-year time span to bring us together for whatever reason that it's like, and then there are these other things that I literally see them as pieces of glitter falling. And it's like I hate to use the word puzzle,